I'm going to do something very different today for the folks that are long-term members. So, no PowerPoint presentation, no fancy graphics. We're going to talk. I realize that I operate in a very technical world. And for those of you that know me, I'm kind of a technical kind of guy. So you can ask me what time it is, and I'll be happy to teach you how to build a watch. Amazingly, not everybody is really interested in that. My environment is rapidly changing. And I think I've probably done a fairly good job over the years of kind of equating people with what I do as far as working with employee benefit programs, health insurance for individuals, dental, vision. It's been a very product, process-oriented type of communication that I've been having with people in this chapter for quite a while. And I need to start thinking differently, and I need for you, my teammates, to start thinking differently, more strategically, in a way to help us achieve our mutual goals for 2017. And I want you to try and start thinking to a certain extent and this is really scary, I know for some of you, like Marlin thinks. How do I view the world? It's not all just spreadsheets. So I want you to have your antenna up for these little signs. People say things, or you're aware of situations, and you might not even know that you have a really good tool in your toolbox right there at your disposal. Ms. Shannon, would you please start off, please? You might hear something like this.
Robert is a successful young businessman who has been covered as a dependent on his wife's group health insurance. Robert has just learned that a new addition to the family is on its way and that his wife intends to stay home and raise her children. Robert mentions he realizes he will have to get individual health insurance coverage for his family and that he is trying to decide whether to buy a high deductible policy with a lower monthly premium and higher out-of-pocket expenses, or to pay a much higher premium for a plan with co-payment features.
Okay, thank you. Who was next on our list there, Gary?
Yeah, Alan and Sue are in their mid-50s. Their last child has left home and they're beginning to seriously think about their retirement years. Health problems and their associated expenses made their parents' retirement years less than golden. Alan and Sue are concerned that Medicare and Medicare supplements may not be enough financial protection when they turn 65.
Thank you. And our next victim was Robert.
It's me. The Smiths have a special needs grandchild who will require care for the rest of their life. The Smiths' children are a family of modest means, and the Smiths have health issues that make buying more life insurance virtually impossible. The Smiths would like to leave some sort of financial cushion for their special needs grandchild.
Thank you. Leah?
Okay. John was just mentioning the expense for braces for his oldest child and how much he dreads this expense in the coming years for his two younger children.
All right. Now, were any of those remarks about this person sitting there going, you know, I'd really love someone to be able to sit down and explain Humana versus Blue Cross Blue Shield versus United Healthcare versus blah, blah, blah. No. That's rarely how things happen in the real world. What these people just said are all real life type of events that I'm dealing with or have been dealing with. And you may be kind of sitting there going, okay, what does this exactly have to do with health insurance or employee benefits? Well, part of my job, as I said a little earlier, is my environment is rapidly changing. And where we used to think about copays and deductibles and really very feature oriented about things, going forward, thinking about a lot of things in our lives that have to do with our health care are going to be inextricably intertwined with our finances personally and our taxes. And so that really requires professionals like myself to step outside of our little comfort zone in our box to be able to have the next generation of possible answers and solutions. So that made it, as far as I tell you what, if I leave my chair.
It's second.
Yeah, that was the audience. Good. Take my hand around. All right, so every day I get bombarded, emails, telephone calls. People have new products, new things. This is one of those new things. So what has been a common theme, if there were any, to these situations we just talked about? We're talking about a younger man with orthodontia for his children. We're talking about a special needs child for a family. We're talking about some folks that are trying to strategically think about their retirement years and what the medical expenses will be for them in 10, 20, 30 years.
I was actually going to change the names in that.
Yeah.
Mary and Nancy.
Well, it all comes down to money, one way or the other. So what's being passed around here is an example of one of the most brilliant, simplest products that has come across here in a while. We may or may not know about the health savings account concept. That was passed into law in 2003. And conceptually, it was a great idea. You buy these high deductible health insurance plans, you set up a health savings account, you set up money, or set aside money every month in that health savings account. The problem was getting people to set aside that money if their employer wasn't putting money in that health savings account. This is not the perfect answer to that, but it's a unique answer. It is a patented product, and it helps people address the wide variety of kind of needs that I'm talking about. This orthodontia situation, most any dental insurance policy I can sell you is going to have about $1,000 lifetime maximum benefit on orthodontia. Anybody that's had kids that have had braces knows that doesn't go very far. A special needs child, I've got a niece or a nephew that's got cerebral palsy. I don't even want to think about what the cost of that's going to be, over his lifetime. So this type of program allows you to set aside X dollars per month, as you can see here, for what you're trying to shoot for. You get a matching. Now, if you don't touch that money, then you'll see in 35 months, it becomes that amount shown there. So if you enroll in the HMA 5,000, in 35 months, you've invested $2,940, 36 months, that becomes $5,000. Then if you want to, you can step it up to the $7,500 to $10,000 on up in sort of incremental type of fashions if you wanted to. Now, I'm not a financial whiz, but Mr. Banker, Mr. Iberia Bank, how good of is that a fairly decent return on investment if you got anything that can turn $2,940 into $5,000?
Absolutely. It's certainly a great return.
And that is what is unique about this. And this is what I need for you to start thinking about Marlin as, is more than just an insurance guy. I'm a problem solver. And a lot of problems present themselves in the guise of health and financial issues associated with health. And that's where I and consumer-directed benefit positions are well suited to help you help others in 2017. So I hope you found this a little less painful than my other presentations, and I hope that perhaps you learned something here that you may be able to help me help somebody else out with. Thank you very much for your time and attention.